Awesome. You're live on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Hi. We're back with another episode. Wait, this isn't centered. It's going to bother me. Hello, YouTube. We're back with another episode of the Whiskey Untitled just for you. I'm sorry if you were coming from Instagram because we just did a live stream and I was like, we'll be on at 8:30 and then it's like 8:35 because we had some serious technical difficulties where the internet was deciding that we were all going to die from COVID-19, of course. So today on the Whiskey Untitled, we're going to be talking about two topics, one topic, six topics. I don't know. We're going to be talking about whiskey education, which is always fun to talk about, whiskey education, because it's quasi-serious and it's always good to talk about. And then we're also going to be talking about... I had a topic idea, whatever it was. Anyways, I have no idea what it is now because I can't remember anything because I have a horrible memory because I've had a bunch of 104 fevers in my lifetime. So here we go. Ooh, that little burp. In my lifetime, I have had exactly 3 104-degree fevers. The only 3 days of school I've ever missed were because I woke up one morning on a Monday, passed out because of 104 fever, and woke up on a Wednesday. So I was at school on Thursday. Don't worry, it was Korea.
All right.
And then twice on weekends at 17 and 18 years old, right around New Year's, I got 104-degree fevers.
So you
2 years,
remember
2 years in a row.
but you don't remember like the topic that you wanted to talk about or anything like that.
Oh, I do now. Now that I'm talking about literally, like, I probably had the flu those times.
Well, let's hold that thought and let's go into what's in your glass right now.
Oh, what's in my glass? Strangely enough, wait, I want to say hello to everybody. Jam Dude, hello. Christian, what's going on? Lisa, I have whiskey, hello. Today in my glass, I faked it for the picture because I needed something to go in the glass. This is actually Mac edition number 2, and it's not bad.
It's not bad. Before number 4 came out, everyone was like, "This is the best shit that's ever happened."
No, number 4 is hands down the best. This is like
Before number 4 happened, everyone was saying, "Hey, Toll, what's up, Christian?"
No, I was still on the number 1 train.
Voice? Is it a creepy voice today or what?
3 was really gross.
It's creepy.
What's with the creepy voice? Charles is always creepy.
I don't know. Maybe my volume is not as.
If you want him to get really creepy, we call him Chucky.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Why not?
What's up, Tove?
I don't know. Is it a bit raspy or something, or just different?
He's saying you sound real sexy, like.
Sexy.
I reckon I have me some biscuits and mustard.
A long day at work today.
Some people call it a sling blade. I call it a Kaiser blade.
All right, man. All right, calm down. All right, and then I got Bal Blair 1990. I thought Steve was gonna be in chat, so I know this.
Ooh, Bal Blair 1990, going after my soul.
Oh, it is a good one.
Oh,
and I still
good one.
Every time I picked this up, I always thought, like, why did I thought this was port?
Jam Dude, 90 was your birth year. God, I'm 9 years older than you. Holy
90.
piss!
Damn.
Yeah, you little baby. Here's a little baby.
In my head, I'm like, I think that's. Yeah, man, that's. All right, never mind.
Oh, when you rewatch it, you're gonna hear yourself. Charles is talking in a low voice, like, "Hello, my name is Charles."
You started with a low voice. Oh, my bad.
Are you ready for Charles's low voice? It's the voice he uses on the ladies. Let's be serious.
And this is the glass I stole from Bal Blair itself.
He's like, "You ready for Chucky and Little Chucky?" Oh, I have one signed by John McDonald from Bal Blair.
Yeah, I was funny too. I was like, "Can I take it?" He's like, "Oh, yeah, sure."
Yeah, that's right.
You told me.
I'm just taking this.
Yeah, you just told me. He's like, "Dude, just
I
ask
told
him."
you.
I'm like, all right.
Yeah, everything. You can steal everything there. That's what they're there for. Everything is a marketing gimmick.
I'm like, I'm surprised it even survived the suitcase.
Hey, you know what we usually do on the show next? Charles, do you have any new bottles? I know you do. I've seen what you post about SMW. Say, show me your new bottles.
That happened last week.
What? Don't you have more new bottles?
No, I just picked up 3.
Didn't you get a bottle in the mail?
Nah.
Okay.
Man, he's getting stuff that I haven't, man.
Hey, Cody, can you tell us what new bottles you have in chat? And I'm going to tell you a bottle Charles is getting in the mail, because Charles told me about it before I even got an email from these people.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
It's right here.
I don't even think I'm going to get it anymore.
What do you mean?
I don't know where it is, man. I don't know where the mail is.
Oh, it's probably in the mail. That's all. So, Courage and Conviction from Virginia Distilling Company comes with a cool little coin.
Ooh, that sounded like it broke.
Well, that's gone.
Whoa, live.
Anyways.
Did it break? Did it actually break? It sounded like glass shattered. Shit. Spring Attack 12.
No.
Okay.
It just hit some glass. So, okay. So,
oh, damn. Did it break something?
No, thank goodness. So, the Courage and Conviction coin is actually like a magnet on the back, and then they
yeah.
have like the Virginia distilling thing here.
I don't know why I keep looking
just
at
take
this
it,
way. This is where Wally is.
Pop it on, and the magnet holds it in place. It's got a couple little guides to keep it right where it's supposed to be. Whew. All right. Well, that's a new bottle that came in the mail.
And to be honest, that was something that you got confused about because there's actually a prelude bottle, and then this is the full bottle. Do you know
correct? And they claim that the mix is different between the three types of casks they're using. They use STR cask, ex-bourbon cask, and Oloroso sherry cask, but their Oloroso sherry cask don't taste good. So they're saying this one's a 25, 25, 50. The 50% is the ex-bourbon. They claim that the Prelude is a different mix. I really don't want to open this bottle, and I'd rather just give it away. But it's whatever. I don't know what's going on with it. They claim it,
or
I'll crack it. I should just give it away.
To be honest, we should probably just all taste it together.
Sample it out and give it out to everybody on the, because you've ever sent me the list of people that I need to mail everything to.
Probably.
All right, so if you're a Patreon supporter, Charles is going to get me all your addresses for real for once, and we're going to send you all kinds of cool stuff. Right. Actually, I have all kinds of new bottles, so I'll send you all kinds of cool stuff. We'll throw all kinds of new stuff. Okay, so that was one bottle.
That means I have to send you something today.
2 bottles from Scotch Malt Whiskey Society because they still had free shipping, so I am a free shipping whore. Here are those 2 bottles. Let me read them to you. It is Society Cask 12.31 Flight of the Tooth Fairy. And it is a solitary sausage 115.15.
Yeah, that's the one I got.
This is Anok. This one is Glenbergie 12. I can't remember.
Yeah, I think it was Glenbergie that you mentioned.
Was it, or did I buy? I hope so. Anyways, those are those 2, so they should be absolutely delicious. And then I have 3 more bottles that I bought. Hold on, I want to see what. Good Lord, Cody, how big is your order?
Yeah, I'm like, what? Where did you order?
Springbank 12 cask strength, gross. Tamdu batch strength, batch 4, amazing. Glenmo Cadball, it's kind of light, and I enjoy it, but it's not, to me, it's not memorable. It's better than the 10. They should just make that the new 10. Delphi Glengarry, 21 year. Hello.
Single cast is interesting. Is that the
Avalar 19 single cast? Isn't that travel retail?
No, I thought that was the one that you get at who owns Abelauer and everyone else?
Pernod Ricard.
Yeah, I thought, don't they have? Remember where you bought your weird mystery bottle? When we were
the Glen Talkers?
Yeah, I think it's one of those.
That was at Strathila.
No.
All right, I'm going to go through the rest of his garbage because Kilkerran heavily peated batch 2. Come on. Old Particular Buna 30. You've piqued my interest now because that's got to be awesome. Malted, what's up?
I loved your post of your outdoor outfits.
Who's getting naked?
You just see his mask and glove picture?
Oh, okay.
Follows him.
Abelauer is a Canada exclusive. Okay. That's cool. Welcome to Canada.
But that means
and I have 3 more bottles. These are 3 bottles that I bought at Jack Rose. If you guys haven't heard from my post that I did on Instagram today, Jack Rose is basically trying to keep all the employees employed and trying to keep the place open. And so what they've been doing is selling off their 2,700 bottle collection. So
open and closed bottles, by the way.
Correct. Open and closed. And they're selling the open ones at discounts. So
nice.
Being an enthusiast and wanting to support.
Looks like a fake hand, though, man.
Like my favorite. Yeah, it does look like a fake hand. Wanting to support my favorite bar in America. I did go buy. I don't know why I bought this. I'm not a Willet fan. This is Return of the Mac.
And to be honest, I was surprised, and I thought he bought it just for the name. Like legit.
Because my buddy bought 2 of these, and I was like, this is $3.50, but it's like supporting Jack Rose, and there's so many bartenders there that I love, and so like I know so many of them.
How many years?
It's a 5-year. Coming in at 65%.
5-year. Okay.
So it's we'll see how it is.
This bar.
I care more about Jack Rose because I'm pretty sure I tried this one at a tasting they had that was a Willet tasting that I went to, and I'm pretty sure I didn't like it. So, anyways, I'm there to support my favorite bar because they're going from 2,700 bottles to like. Okay, I was gonna show you. Well, I'll just show it real quick. The Glen Alecky. This is the Ralphie.com bottle. Yeah. They had this brand new, so I grabbed it because I was curious. It's pretty good. It's not. I mean, it's.
Oh, you tried it already?
Yeah, if I was looking for a sherry bomb, I'd honestly grab Tamdu before this. It's not bad. It is a little more complex. I do like flavor wise.
What you call it? A Ralphie bottle.
Yeah, but I'm not like, I don't know. It doesn't hit home like this next bottle that I'm going to show you. So they're even selling open bottles. I bought this.
Yeah,
you guys probably saw me post this. I couldn't resist. This is SMWSA or SMWS like original like 1.105. This is Glenfarclas. It tastes. I've already had 1 sip out of the 4 ounces that I bought. It tastes fantastic. for 4 ounces.
Did they have
I
any
paid
more
$50.
SMWS bottles? Because
They did. They had tons of the.
Whatchamacallit? Partner
They
bar.
had ton. They are a partner bar. They had tons of the new stuff, but the problem is like I didn't want to buy something that I might accidentally already have. So I was just looking, and I saw this. Pimp old label, and I was like, holy crap! Like there's still an old label. So Chris is their local sommelier. He's a really cool guy. When I was like, hey Chris, like, hey, can I grab that old label SMWS up there? He's like, holy. He's like, I didn't even know we had any left. I was like, well, let's get it.
Yeah.
So $50 for 4 ounces, I can't complain. Again, supporting local bar, especially when it's $30 an ounce normally. So
yeah. So I mean, I agree. It's sad, but it's what it is, right?
It is sad, but at the same time, I forget that the two owners, Bill Thomas and Harvey Fry. Harvey, he has a 6-bedroom house in DC, and essentially 5 bedrooms are filled to the ceiling, all the walls, with whiskey cases. And then also Bill has a not a warehouse, but like a storage unit, like a huge storage unit, and it's just full of whiskey. So they have more, and they have rare stuff laying around. So I think they will make a comeback, and I think it will be better than ever. But I think it'll take some time to build up to like 2,700 unique bottles again. SMWS obviously will help because they'll have like 300-400 bottles that are unique right off the bat. But I think it'll take a little while to get back to that like legendary
what's
status.
happening? So I know it's discounted, right? So it's all half price bottles.
It's
whatever.
Discounted, and you have to buy one piece of food that has to go on your bill. So I just bought the food, and then I donated it to the people who are working, because all the employees that are working there that day, they were all volunteers. So I was like, just whoever wants to eat the burger, eat the burger.
Gotcha. That's nice. So at least you're getting that there.
Yeah.
Maybe next time you go, maybe I'll toss you.
Because Jack Rose is literally buying they're buying groceries for the people who work there, and they have. I wish I could remember what day of the week they were doing it, but the bartenders showed pictures. They were like, "Hey, guess what was at Jack Rose? We all had to go pick it up." So it's like they're buying groceries for them. They're really trying to keep it together. It's amazing.
Also, what was it? I know they're doing something else too. I know they're doing food and stuff like that. And they're probably using some of that money to help with the bartenders and stuff like that. That's there, because they are a pretty big name in that area.
Heck yeah! I mean, it's crazy. I told people before, it's whiskey mecca. And if you've never been, I would take people there all the time. Yeah. I would take people there all the time. So, what's this? Oh no! They started paying a bunch of grocery clerks. Wow.
You gotta think about they're like just like the doctors and nurses and healthcare workers. Like they're all
right on the front, like constantly seeing people over and over and over again. Yeah. Nobody's telling you if they're sick. They're just going to your line.
People and stuff like that. How many of those people got there? Like this is so in the U.S., Canada, I think this is probably the week, because most people that were not essential stopped working 2 weeks ago, right? Or stopped going to their jobs 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So this is a time where you're going to start seeing that 14, 15, 16-day cycle when people are sick. So,
or people who are carrying for 2 weeks and didn't know it, and now all of a sudden they're showing symptoms, asymptomatic or multi-symptoms.
Trying to get a positive, trying to pull you away from that coronavirus stuff that you've been hearing so much about. Wanted to talk about whiskey education, because it seems like since everyone's home, we're getting a lot more brand ambassadors, distillers.
Oh my gosh!
On Instagram lives nowadays, and
everyone is live streaming.
It's great because some people that you could never even talk to. I know there's a Dalmore one coming up on Friday, I think, with the Scotch Just Dummies. There were some cigar ones that were so beneficial for me trying to learn and understand the different parts of the farming, the leaf, and so on. Scotch Malt Whiskey aside, and we talk about them so much. No, we're not sponsored, but we just enjoy their stuff. Jenna and Ben are both now doing live tasting sets.
So they were doing that before, though, right?
When Jenna was with the Scotch Malt Whiskey Society.
Dang. All right, Malted.
There you go. See, Malt is doing stuff. Like everyone's doing stuff now, and I think it's the perfect time to learn and understand from the people themselves, the ambassadors that you could probably never meet because you're not in that city or you're in a different city, and so on. What's up?
I will say that yes, it's good to learn some from the ambassadors, but it's also good to realize that the ambassadors, there's a bias there, right? Because the ambassadors work for those brands.
That's it. Well,
I know it's just
there's a bias, then you got a problem, mister.
But that's the thing, is most people won't. But because I didn't tell, going to Balvenie, and then I was like super jaded. I was like, oh my gosh, all the things that I've been told.
No, yeah, well,
lies.
that's the marketing part, right? And like this is faces to like understand things. It's to learn new stories. A lot of them tell personal stories, which are always great, which will give the brand a better light. Makes sense. But it's also like for people just to get used to it, hear a brand that never really heard before, stuff like that. So I'm hoping more and more companies jump on this kind of thing.
So the smart brands will, right? The smart brands will see that, hey, this is a time when there are more people at home. We have more eyes on the internet. This is an opportunity. I think a lot of the smaller brands, the smart ones will catch on real quick. And I think a lot of them will just miss this opportunity.
Yeah, I think I've been seeing some boutique brands pop out once in a while, and it's just their owners, or like, Brienne, for instance, right?
Bren?
Yeah, Bren, sorry. That's why I say Brienne all the time.
You say it every time. I love it.
Every time. So Alison Park talking about what she does and how that impacts her job, because she's like a one-woman show kind of thing. You're getting Tracy trying to talk about different things on her part.
Spirited shenanigans.
There's I think it's Barley of the
jokes
Deer,
are so good.
I think it was. He's the Glenfiddich brand rep in Asia, and he's been doing questions every Friday, learning about Glenfiddich and stuff. So it's like you know, what kind of grains they use and so on.
I'm a little biased because like I love the people who were doing it before. Like not to shout out Ibis, this is really weird, but Cigar Lover 12, she's doing those quizzes where it's like, hey, answer these questions about cigars, and I realize I don't want to know anything about cigars, but like I know very little, and like it's funny because you did one, and like I remember when I did one, and then for Placencia now, but I remember Tashi did a couple, and then I was like, oh, I'm gonna do one, because if Tashi did one, like this is good. We can like get more education into more people's hands. I think I should do another one. Like those quizzes are fun. I'm
thinking maybe I'll do. So I've been actually thinking maybe you're gonna push me to do it more. I know you guys probably see it a lot. Is more of those like circle what you like in a whiskey or something like that. And it's little things to get to know other people.
Yeah, those are fun.
I'll try and make some. I got some templates going, so I'll probably
send them my way too. That'll be fun.
But
that'll be a good time. I just think wherever it says Pete, I can just cross it all out and burn it.
So like the key thing is like trying to get more and more people on the platform. Like we live, besides YouTube, we mostly live in Instagram. So I'm seeing more and more of that. It's great to see these live streams. There's some just like it's kind of sad where it's like the people just playing music or whatever. But there's some that are really educational, and I'm hoping more and more people. Like sadly, I don't have a large following like that, but some others are like in the 10 to 20, 30, 40,000.
You have a large enough following
that it seems like a lot of people are learning something new. So.
Oh my goodness! Yes, the P8 will be strong forever. Going back to what Malta just said, I agree. Like I am a fan of a bunch of the ambassadors and reps because I know them like personally, and so like when you meet them and you talk to them a lot, they know you're an enthusiast, and like they will pull you into like events, and you'll be answering questions all of a sudden. Like it's a lot of fun. It is a really good time, but at the same time, yes, hearing from owners and master distillers to me is a lot more educational, a lot more fun. The passion we see in brand ambassadors, they're trying to give passion for the brand.
Yeah, it's a cheerleader.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. But when you talk to owners and master distillers, they're passionate for the spirit. They're passionate for like the legit, like, oh my gosh, like you have to come see how our still does this, or like you have to come see why we do this double fermentation process, or like it's so much more engaging to see that.
Yeah, this is where I see there. So as you mentioned, right, ambassadors, and then you got the owners or operators, master distillers, and there's that gap, right? It seems like the gap's getting smaller and smaller.
I mean, I hope so, but at the same time, like some of the bigger brands, like they have marketing all day. Like there's nothing you can do.
Oh, I bet what Malta Montreal said is like he started like those events started getting a little fast. It's true, like some of them do.
I still go and have fun.
I don't get that many opportunities, so it's not like it happens to me. I'm guessing probably in your area, you probably do get pulled in quite a bit.
It's definitely area because, like, I mean, with DC, it's so hard not to get pulled into them. Yeah, like that one at the Watergate, that was last minute invite, and I was like, all right, I'll go.
Yeah,
and like it turned out to be really cool because they had like the polygonal tents that they had outside, and the whole event was half outside, half inside at the bar. Yeah. It was pretty sick.
Yeah, the only problem I saw with the one that you did was the fact that it seems like it was more a marketing company was manning the tents.
Yes, it was absolutely a marketing company that was in charge of the people in the tents, and they had small scripts, and
it's not their fault. It just
that's just it's for the people who are at the Watergate Hotel, and it's not really an enthusiast event, so it's more difficult to really get any kind of in depth. But there were a couple of people that I ended up talking to on the side where like I mean we dug in. I was like, let's talk about Macallan for real,
and I think that's
like let's talk about Highland Park for real.
And that's what I really enjoyed about like our trip to Scotland was like getting that hand on education, and like I mentioned this before, like how Highland Park, it's not just a marketing thing with the Vikings. They actually think they're descendants, or they are descendants of Vikings, or
That island tour was so awesome.
yeah, or like with Anok, how raw and real it was, and how the distiller was so open about everything, and he was just like, pushing you into an area, and you just like notice things. And he's like, oh, I'm glad you saw this, or glad you noticed that, like with that double mash they did and stuff like that. So
I was so stoked because like Gordon Bruce, the first time in Anok, when he came out smoking a cigarette out of like the distillery, I was like, what? This time when he came out vaping, I was like, what?
Leveled up, man. But like, see,
it's
things,
probably a lot safer.
Yeah, those things though, like the education that I learned there was like me trying to do this stuff for another 5 years, right? So I'm hoping that it changes, especially with all these people going online right now, and all that education, all that knowledge is flowing through.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what we're all here, right? Like all the real like enthusiasts. The reason we're doing this show, the reason we really try to engage with people is because like that's what we want to do. We have found a passion in these spirits that I think kind of like transcends what the ambassadors have to do, because we're not paid, so we don't have to say good things about it. We don't have to say good things about Pete. We don't have to say good things about McAllen. Like, we're not limited to being like, oh my gosh, we have to, we also have to be positive for these things, and like we have to, or like, yeah, exactly what Malta is saying. Like, we actually have to help with distribution and like making sure that we talk to clients and go to bars and do these rep visits. Like, we don't have to do that at all. And like, yeah, they tell these stories that they're sold by the distilleries that they have to tell all of us, but we don't have to believe them at all. Like, we can go to the distilleries and tell you stories of what we see and what's actually going on. Like, with Balvenie, before I ever went to Glenfiddich Distillery, I really believed that Balvenie did all their floor maltings legit. 2%. And then you go there and they're like, oh, that's only 0.5% of our bottles. Like, there's no way we could do all of that 100%. And I'm like,
and then you got Springbank down the road.
Yeah, and literally Springbank on another island. Like, we got it.
Yeah,
like, all right.
No, like, so for me, like, I guess the reps for my area don't work. I want to say work for distribution. They work more for like work with bars, not for. Because I've had that, like, we have like Jazz, for instance, right? Like, he's technically not a brand rep, but he works with.
Yeah, he's a distributor.
Yeah. So, but like for me, it's actually the meeting of the actual reps that are employed by the companies. Like a Tracy.
Like Tracy. Right? Yeah. Like Tracy, James, oh my gosh, David Laird. Made way too many friends like this. Like, you meet way too many of these people, and then you start fanboying when you get around them for real. Like, I met Beth from like Canada for Glenfiddich, and like I was super stoked to see her. I was like, oh, what? Like, you're real.
No,
so
like it is interesting. Like, I know when we went to the Glenfiddich lunch, whatever. You like Wally like fangirl.
That's because I know because you know all the people there. It's like there's Ian and like there's Gemma and like
there was a family member too there, and it was
exactly.
And we were just like, oh, okay.
And it's just like, oh, I don't want to bother them because like they got to do work. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was. But like that's one thing that I would like. Sadly, we can't do it this year because of what's happening. But like we want to do that bourbon thing. But now, at least now we have looking up through Scotland. Maybe even do the east side of Scotland this time. I mean, west side. Yeah, we're east.
Yeah, I mean, I would be down to go to. I know this sounds crazy. I'd be down to go to Isla. I'd only be excited for Buna and Bruichladdich, but if I had to go to Laphroaig, I would be okay with that.
We would have to go to Laphroaig and Ardbeg, but then again, would they
I'd rather go to Lagavulin just because like I could take pictures like Nick Offerman. Like
Malton, I'm surprised you only been to 2 Canadian distilleries though. Like in my area alone, I've been to like 4.
No, that's like me with American ones. Like American distillery, I've been to more Scottish distilleries than I've been to American distilleries.
No, but like,
for American ones, I've only been to the ones that I fanboy over. Like, I literally have not
Sagamore? You've been to 1.8?
I haven't been to Sagamore.
Okay, you've been 1.8. You've been.
Haven't been to 1.8. Haven't been to 1.8. Brooklyn, I have been to, but I was already stoked about what Brad was doing at Brooklyn before anybody else was.
There's got to be some other ones that you've been to that in your area, smaller ones.
American. So the only American ones that I've been to. So I've been to Brooklyn, up in New York. That was the very first American one I went to. I was stoked to go there. I've been there twice now. Yeah. I also want to just work there. Sang Froid, because it's right down the street next to a coffee shop that I love. So it's the distillery is the size of my house. It's tiny. It's just run by 2 guys.
That's in Montreal because they're like very French names.
Yeah, and then the only other distillery I've been to in America.
Damn.
Oh, is one that I tried to support in the beginning, Lost Ark, and I'm a founding member because I gave $300. But then I went to their first event and tried their new make rum.
Yeah.
And I was like, this needs to get better. This ain't working. And one of those guys is one of the original guys who started it has quit. So I don't know how the other guy is handling it. It seems like he's doing better. He's making a lot of video content and stuff. So
Cause yeah, like
I don't
I've
know.
been to McCarthy's, Clear Creek, the same one. I've been to Wonderback, Westland, um,
Westland, I want to go to.
Westward, Freeland Spirits.
Yeah, see, you've been to a ton. I only
Yeah,
met Freeland
Ari
through
was a
Vegas.
yeah. Like I've been to a bunch, and I think it's just more like Portland's definitely a cocktail town. So a lot of the bartenders and stuff start developing their own recipes and actually make their own spirits. Like I think
Yeah.
3 of them have already done that from that part. So, but yeah, no, Malted, man, you got to go to more, man. We need to hear more about what's happening up in Montreal when all this things
Feed
blows
Roy
over.
and Sivo. That's the thing. Like, it's so weird how we're not doing this stuff in our backyard because it's so nice to go to
We're
Scotland,
not
right?
big bourbon heads, right? Either, so that's kind of
Yeah,
why.
that doesn't help.
Yeah, because if we were, I think that's when we would be going more to Kentucky and Tennessee and blah blah blah.
There's some. I'm looking on my
Like,
desk for bourbon. There's some bourbon that I like. Just
Yeah, like I'm big into American single malt, right? That's why I'm going to those type of places, just to understand that. And then that's why we took the trip to Scotland, so I can get my education. You can have a fun time, even though you
Yeah.
hardly drank, kind of thing. We need to
I
change
couldn't help
the-
that. I had to drive. There's nothing I could do.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Welcome
drive
to
safe,
Scotland.
So yeah, you kind of sacrificed on that one. But yeah, guys, let us know if you guys learned of anything new. I've learned quite a few things. A big eye-opening experience yesterday with Single Malt Alliance and how he enjoyed this one whiskey. If you guys don't take a look at their stream, like he blew up. So hopefully you got a bottle because that's
You know that sold out, right?
Yep. I looked at it at 11 o'clock and I was gonna buy it, and then I saw $40 for shipping. I said no.
Both the ones I was interested in. That
The
one and
chocolate
another
one?
one.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
chocolate,
gone.
Yeah, that was the first one to go. That left at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, there was.
And a buddy of mine was like, I want these bottles. I'm like, all right, let's go all in on the shipping. And it was all sold out. So I was like, yeah, never mind. I'll wait for next
Yeah,
time.
nothing you can do.
There's always going to
Sorry.
be the other bottle. So,
Yeah, there'll be more.
but yeah.
So
Let us
yeah,
know
so
how you guys
that's
doing. Hopefully.
man, super. It feels like a long show, but we started 5 minutes late. To be fair, so really we're 5 minutes behind.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I really did want to talk about like
You want to save it?
I-
We can save it for next week.
no, we'll talk about it next time. But like I know that people don't want to talk about coronavirus because I know that it's. I think because I don't watch the news.
Shining light, man.
Because I don't watch the news and I'm not inundated with it, I look at it in a much more positive light.
Oh, no, man. Yeah.
But
I watch the numbers. It's sad.
I really do see. No, even the numbers aren't
Sorry,
that bad.
Montreal. It happens,
looking at
man.
America.
And, you know, when you question yourself,
Everything
it's
was sold
gone.
out.
That's just how it is.
But like, it's interesting to see like Jack Rose. It's interesting to see Virginia changed laws. Like Virginia now, their distilleries can ship directly to people in their houses.
It has
And I'm
to
like,
be less than a certain amount, but there is law.
correct. It's less than like 12 bottles, but you can just do more orders. I'm like,
per household, so 12 per household per month.
yeah, but still 12 bottles in a month, that's a lot.
If you have
But I'm like-
4 people in the house, man.
But not all of them are going to be whiskey drinkers, I promise you.
I'm just-
I'd love to meet the family where everybody drinks whiskey. That'd be crazy. But like, it's like that though. Like,
I'm
there are
like,
these
man,
little
like-
things that are changing, and I want to see like, I want to know what else is going on everywhere else that's changing too, because there are good things that are coming of this.
Man, I guess I dwell on the negative. Sad.
Yeah, see the light. Yeah, stop watching the news. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's easy to really
Well, like,
see negative if you want to see negative, but like looking at the positive that's coming from the situations, that's what you got to do. Like every time.
yeah, I heard a coworker of mine passed away last week, so that was hard.
Yeah, I mean,
You know, so like
Coworker's
that
wife just
stuff,
got
and
him.
then other people, like it just But hey, we're trying to be the positive at least for 30 minutes on your Tuesday. Again, guys, if you guys buy bottles online, let us know. We'd love to know what you guys are picking up. I know I splurged a bit because of free shipping, and I heard there might be free shipping in the future, which is great. But I think it's gonna.
oh
be
my
more-
gosh, if they do free shipping in the
I
future,
think it's going to be
time for
more
my
on
pop.
like, hey, no one bought these bottles. Let's try and get rid of them because they sold out of everything except for like 3, and then that
I
really
was-
expensive Macallan.
Yeah, $2,500 for a 30-year.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Don't get me wrong, that's a good deal if it was coming from Macallan because theirs goes for 6.
Yeah.
But like, it's I don't know.
We'll see.
It's difficult.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Wife and 3 sons all drink. How old are your sons, Christian?
Yeah, man. I'm like, I thought your sons were young, dude.
Yeah, they're all like 6, but he don't care.
He's like,
welcome
they drink
to
whiskey, but they
Haiti.
don't know it.
That's how you get him to go to sleep.
Bottle, pit shop.
Why not?
Even though I hardly use them anymore. I can't believe you spent $350 on that, dude.
You think that's bad? My buddy who was with me literally bought two different ones, and I was like,
Oh,
you
2
just
different
spent
ones different, but like the 5-year-old that you don't remember if it's good or not for $3.50.
Again,
That's
I am
nuts,
so it's so funny. I put the 350 sticker back on the bottom.
I bet.
I am supporting my local.
No,
like
but
I
I'm
can't
saying
help
you
it.
could have spent $3.50 on different bottles.
I know, but Jack Rose is my home. That argument always comes up. Oh my gosh, we could talk about that all day. That argument comes up all the time.
But
Yeah,
then
no,
this
I
is
could
just
have
us
bought
ranting, right?
3 other bottles for 350. But like the truth of the matter is, for me, there was a survey that somebody put on Facebook, and I should do this on Instagram. Never mind. I'm gonna make the question on Instagram. You guys can answer it there. I got a good idea.
And on that note, make sure to subscribe. It helps us a lot.
Like, comment, subscribe. It helps our algorithm on YouTube.
Which we don't give a shit about.
Really, we don't.